Okay, the next session is actually going to be less stressful. The reason is that it is just trying to go and get the ADM category management main form. Let me view it in browser. Right, so this is actually the ADM category management main form. What it's going to do is that I need to provide an additional column here so that the user can click to select the correct record, and that correct record is going to be displayed inside this form, right, so that the user can make changes and click save, then go back to the category management main form again, right. So there must be an additional column here so that I can actually help the user to select the correct record to make changes. So what are the necessary code that I need to further define inside the grid view? It must have something to do with the grid view control. Agree or not? So right now I will actually go back to the presentation file of the ADM category management main form, and I need to go and specify some kind like a button. I want to go and specify some kind like a button, so I can use ASP colon bound field. No, it's going to be button field, right? And the button field, what is the button type? The button type that I'm going to apply is actually going to be just a normal button look and feel. Okay, now so this button is actually going to have a signature, right? Everybody has a tattoo. Okay, this button is going to have a signature, and of course we don't call it signature or tattoo here, we call it as the command name, right? The command name, and the command name is going to be called update category, right? I'm just configuring the button, right? Then after that, I definitely would like to go and show a meaningful text in the button, right, called edit, right? Then after that, the header text, I can't think of anything better but edit again, right? So this is the header text. So let us actually examine the look and feel of the button, shall we? So if I refresh this, when I make any changes inside the presentation file, normally I don't need to do a rebuild, right? So I have a button, right? I have a button, but does this button that I have defined have any further functionalities besides the click effect? You see, I click, 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 nothing much happening, right? So this is what I would like to do. When I click the button, the edit button of the keys row, right, this web form should show keys. If I click the button of the last row, the edit button of the last row, this web form should show XYZ category. So this is something that I would like to achieve, right? Have I done enough yet? Have I done enough yet? Not yet. I need to go and do something else. Now this something else has a new knowledge tied to it. The new knowledge is something to do with the grid view server tag here. This grid view server tag, I need to have a new property called onRow command. What is this? Right, what is this? onRow command. Then this onRow command, I'm going to provide something called manage category. Okay, manage category. So this is onRow command, this is manage category. What does it do? You see, unlike button, how did we declare an event handler for a button? Let's say that this delete, we just double click and voila, we will have the btn delete underscore click. So this is the event method. But grid view, it is less direct, it is more towards like an indirect way, right? So how am I supposed to go and deal with the grid view part? Is there a way for me to go and provide a similar event handler for the grid view? Yes, there is, and I hope whatever method is used is something that I can remember. Now what is the name that I have provided inside the presentation file? It's called manage category, right? onRow command is called manage category. So here I'll just call it as manage category, right? Then can I use this object? Then after that I put sender comma event args then e, right? I hope that can be done, right? Then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to verify whether this event method is indeed working. So I'm going to leverage on the div message inner HTML property, right, to show some messages, right? Said okay, so that I'm going to put I am lucky. Why I'm lucky? First time experimenting, still can work. Right. So I need to go and put some auspicious text, right? So I'm going to view in browser, and I'm going to pray. Oh, what happened? Why is this? Why is the error? Let me actually try to go and save everything, and let me try to go and rebuild to find out why is the error. Hey, unexpected. Oh yes, I forgot to go and put the semicolon. Me bad. Okay, so right now I'm going to view in browser, and I'm going to take a look at the browser, and I'm going to click the button. Let's see. I click. I'm lucky. First time experimenting, still can work. Oh, so lucky. Let me click again. I'm lucky again. So I clicked too many times. Right? Let me click the edit button of the last row. Edit. I'm lucky. Oh, I'm so lucky, right? So have I managed to go and build an event handler that handles any events that has anything to do with the grid view control? Yes, right? So I've tried to put in some effort to show you, right, how the code evolved, right? It evolves through experimentation. I don't come up with the code by just thinking or taking it from the cloud. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is that you see, in a grid view, can I have more than one buttons per row? I can have as many as I want. I can have as many as I want. See that? Right? I can have as many as I want. If I refresh, right, if I refresh this one, let me go back to the original part, and if I refresh, notice that I can create as many as I want. That's why every single button that column that I defined, it must have a unique signature. So what is the signature that I've given for this button here? Called update category. So update category, what am I going to do with this update category thing, right? There must be some there must be some usefulness, right, for this part here, right? So I'm going to continue, right? I'm going to continue, and I'm actually going to say I'm going to do something such as like if e dot command. I'm not going to use the if statement. If statement is too early to use, right? You won't be able to appreciate. I'm going to use the inner HTML again, right? And I'm going to use e dot command name. What is this? What is this e dot command name for? Right? And notice that there's an error here, that it does not know what is the meaning of this e dot command name. The reason is that when we declare an event method for a grid view, we can't use event arcs here. We need to go and use grid view command event arcs. Okay, right? Then this e dot command name will be recognizable. E stands for the event, means that it's describing the event. So let me actually try to access the command name property that belongs to the e object. What does it give me? I go back, I refresh. Let me do a quick refresh. Have I made any changes inside here? I've already deleted. Okay, so let me refresh again. Right, so if I click, notice that how come it is showing me this? Did I did I do a rebuild? So if I click, notice that it's supposed to show me update category. So if this one is, if my presentation file here, I change it to RRR, what will happen? If I change it to RRR, so notice that the e dot command name will give me, what happened? Did I make changes? Yes, I've made. Let me do a rebuild. Let me refresh. It might have been cached. Okay, so if I click, see RR. So in other words, that I'm just trying to go and inspect whether or not I can actually read out, right, the command name. So if this is the command name, this is what I'm going to do. If the button is an edit button and it is tied to the command name of update category, right, then what am I going to do? Right, if this is the condition is true, I need to go and find out which row that the user has clicked, right? I need to go and find out which row that the user has clicked. So what is the best possible technique that I can use? Recall the delete. How do I find out which row? We all played with the this is actually the best one, right? This is actually the best one. So let me actually try this code here, right, by updating it, by showing it inside the div message. This is why I like to have the div message inside the web form. So I'm going to experiment whether this code will give me the right thing. And notice that the row got problem. So I need to go and declare the row. So this one is called date. Is it called grid view row? Grid view row equals to new grid view row. I hope this one works. Yes, it works. No complaints. And notice that it is complaining here. Why is it complaining here? Maybe it can only be done something like this, right? After that, I need to do something like here. Row equals to let me see. Row equals to grd data dot rows. I need to go and find out which row that the user has clicked and which one will give me the best info. E dot command argument. Okay, this one will give me the most reliable information. Notice that it is actually complaining here because the data type does not match. That's why I need to convert it to int32. Okay, so let us see whether or not these two commands can help me out. If I rebuilt. Now come again here. If I do a refresh, if I click edit, it should show me 1. If I click edit here, it should show me 7. If I click, it should show me 2. These are the information that is needed. Okay, now I'm going to talk more about this one in the next session. Time is up.